Hey there, fight fans. Today, in this video, one of the most exciting events in the world of mixed martial arts, UFC 290, has just ended. And undoubtedly, the fighters gave us an incredible show that was filled with crazy knockouts and a lot of crazy passion.
It was hands down the best pay-per-view I've seen in a really long time. KO, TKO, submission, submission, KO, decision, KO, KO, decision, KO, decision, TKO.
But one of the highlights of the tournament's preliminary card was the last fight of the legendary Robbie Lawler, former welterweight champion. Now, the American fighter met in the octagon with Niko Price, and few expected that this fight would end so quickly. Robbie Lawler showed all of the classic punching power that he is known for, and knocked out Price in just 38 seconds. But to be honest, there's really nothing more to tell because the fight ended so incredibly quickly. In just 38 seconds, Lawler managed to land a series of accurate and powerful punches that completely stunned Price. 2 side kicks and an uppercut from the clinch were enough to send Price off balance and crashing to the floor. Now, Robbie Lawler really did not want to continue the attack and finish off his opponent, so it was more of a walk-off TKO, and the ref quickly stepped in to stop the fight. Now, the reaction to Lawler himself after the victory showed a very emotional side of him, and the fact that he had a lot of deep respect for Price. This once again just emphasizes the kind of person that Robbie Lawler is and his professionalism. Although the fight may have been short, it was another iconic moment in Robbie Lawler's career, highlighting his skill and strength. His ability to end fights this way makes him one of the most feared and respected fighters in MMA. But it was the final fight of an extremely long and impressive career, which began at the beginning of the century. And Robbie Lawler had an impressive 47 fights in MMA, 31 of which ended with victory. He made his debut in the UFC back in 2002 and managed to win the welterweight championship belt as well as successfully defend it twice. Now, a rather particularly memorable fight was with Rory McDonald, which was recognized as one of the best fights in UFC history and entered the organization's Hall of Fame. Robbie Lawler has become a true hero thanks to all the fans and his dedication to every fight. He always gave his best, fought with everybody, and created a great show in the octagon each and every fight. He really became a symbol of uncompromising strength and will. It is all the more impressive that Robbie Lawler ended his career at 41 years old. But Lawler did not take off his gloves and put them in the center of the octagon after this last victory, so perhaps he might decide to give some fans some more exciting fights and continue his career. He may pursue new goals and challenges that will force him to, maybe come back and rejoin the battle. But even if Lawler does decide to end his career for good, his name will remain forever in the history of mixed martial arts. He has already proven his unsurpassed strength, skill, and character, and his achievements will forever be remembered and admired by many. So what do you guys think about all this? Let us know down in the comments. And moving on. Now, in the highly anticipated main event of UFC 290, Alexander Volkanovski, the reigning UFC featherweight champion, squared off against the interim champ Yair Rodriguez. Volkanovski showcased his dominance throughout the entire fight, delivering a spectacular performance, both on the ground and in the stand-up. But many doubted that Volkanovski could beat Yair Rodriguez. But Volk is no stranger to proving to others that he is better than they think. Volk was underestimated at featherweight for a very long time, even when he had already become a champion. This time a new test was being prepared for Volk as the talented and explosive Yair Rodriguez, who took advantage of the current champion's short absence, got his hands on the interim belt. But from all sides, opinions have already been denounced that an upset is coming, but Volk blew them all away. He actually disappointed a lot of them. John Anik, Javier Mendez, Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier, all of them are generally positive about the chances that Yair Rodriguez had. And the worst thing you can do right before this fight is write off Volkanovski. For some reason, it was forgotten at once that the Wolf, although rather low, perfectly set the distance between himself and his opponent, and is pretty famous for his excellent footwork, showing good speed and inventive combinations. Volkanovski hit bigger opponents more than once or twice and did so very confidently, so it was pretty naive to believe that Yair could surpass Alex in some way. Yes, there was a lot of back and forth and there were some various kicks, but overall it did not really create any serious problems for Volk. Volk obviously took the first round. He ended up on top on the ground and really controlled his opponent, although he did not cause a whole lot of damage to Rodriguez. In the second round, well, Rodriguez looked a lot better. The champ got a takedown and began to ground and pound. A pretty bad round for Rodriguez. Then in the third round, just how well did Yair Rodriguez work? Well, in the end, Volk turned on hard. He had punches and bunches and then picked up his opponent and just threw him down onto the canvas, finishing off, and the victory was all his. It was a pretty good fight to watch. And after the fight, Volkanovski is now faced with the task of determining his next opponent.
It's funny with this one, you know, you don't want to talk up your opponents, right? You want everyone to know, like, yeah, so it's funny. But I mean, he's going to talk his shit. So people, I remember, I can say whatever I want. You know, people don't have to believe it. But I was sitting there, I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say how easy I think that fight's going to be, because then people might not be interested. But he's going to talk his shit, so people are going to want to see me punch him in the face. So it don't matter. But yeah, I look at that as again, no disrespect to the bloke, but the shit he's doing ain't gonna work on me, and hopefully you get to see that soon.
As a champion who is constantly looking for new challenges, he will no doubt set his sights on further cementing his position as the pound-for-pound greatest fighters of all time. Now, fans and analysts are looking forward to the announcement of Volkanovski's next fight as he continues his remarkable journey in the UFC. But who should be Volkanovski's next opponent? Or with whom would you like to see him fight? Go ahead and leave your thoughts down in the comments. So that is all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because it is very important to us, and thank you all in advance.